My second home. Alighted from the car, waved bye to my son, sometimes to my daughter in law, looked at the tall, majestic building, entered my second home through its swiveling door. My legs automatically took me to the blood lab, where I get pokes from 1 to 3. Today, I got lucky with one single poke, then headed to the fourth floor chemo wing, stood in line apart from the other, gave my health card, got an ID band around my wrist, collected a pager, and made my way to an empty chair in the corridor. I knew it would take 2 to 3 hours for my pager to beep because chemo drugs will be ordered based on my RBC level. Ample time. I looked around, spread over unrestricted seating, masks on, a clear absence of family members and friends who provide emotional support, volunteers who cheer with their greetings, magazines, and snacks. I overheard a gentle assurance from a nurse to a worried daughter about her wheelchaired mom. We will take care of her and be in touch with you. COVID times, please leave this building. Except the noise from a news channel and muffled voices from the reception. No other sound. Most with their gazes fixed on phones, tabs, books. Some with their coffee cups. A few with their eyes closed. I also gently closed my eyes and muttered chemo in my head. Chemo, a trick or a treat given to me by my doctor on 2016 Halloween day. When I asked whether my pain in the rib was a trick or a treat, Gopi, meds in your ribs and spine tricked you with lots of pain. From then onwards, I had major tricks in the past 4 years. Trick between bone disease and cancer. The trick of pain took me to my first oncologist in Scarborough General Hospital. In an effort to arrive at the proper diagnosis, first CT scan taken, first biopsy done to take out the sample of bone from hips. In the result discussion meet, the images of the skeleton parts where met spread were shown and compared with the normal ones. But not at sure. Might be a case of bone disease. A glimmering hope. Might not be a cancer. Hence, a guided biopsy ordered. Still remained elusive. Then a surgical bone biopsy. An open surgery in the hip area. That meant unable to move for 4 to 5 days. First temporary experience with a walking stick in my mid 50s. On the sutures removal day, a false hope raised by surgeon's words. It might not be a case of cancer. Then the bubble of hope, slightly punctured by surgeon's immediate clarification, totally burst by the oncologist in February 2017. Confirmed Gopi, a cancer patient. Hard to accept that label. Difficult to come to terms with the new reality. To my family and me. Took time to share this news with family, friends, and colleagues. First response was shock. A person with no bad habits. A man with moderate and healthy living habits. Becoming a cancer patient? Then outpouring of affection and constant inquiries. I struggled to break this news to my aged mother. I remember well my daughter's advice to take a break from all these tests and make a quick trip to India. Caught in the middle of test and shocked by all sudden changes. Going on disability leave from work, an indigestible major shock. Gopi, a technical expert, an asset to the company, staying at home, restricted activity, constant visits to hospitals, swallowing the pain medications to be on the top of pain. All these overwhelming changes drained me emotionally. The result, I could not take that strongly desired trip to my mom. I missed it forever. Tricked and being tricked by unknown primary cancer. My cancer has remained mysterious, unknown, adamant, and obstinate not to yield its key to an array of medical tests, blood test, MRI, PET scan, bone biopsy, prostate biopsy, octane, challenge the medical knowledge of specialists, GI, neck and throat, urologist. It gave me a label but refused to take a label. Tricked between stability and progression. Radiation given on neck, spine, ribs, and leg to reduce the acute pain. Many cycles of chemo given to contain its progression. Bore the treacherous temporary side effects of chemo nausea, fatigue, sleeplessness, severe constipation, loss of appetite, voice, or sometimes hearing, loss of taste. Everything tasted bitter, unpleasant eating experiences, eating just to survive out of respect for life. A period of stability set in. Holiday from chemo. Rehab program put me on regular exercise routine. Eating for pleasure revived. Made family trips to Vancouver, San Jose. Walks, beaches, parks, theater, cottage. Living, a sense of living dawned. A hope to go back to work glimmered. Confidence, I can live with cancer, took over me. Then, crushing my positive mood, severe pain episodes resurfaced, signaling progression and putting me back on aggressive treatment cycle. Delicious treat that flavored my annoying journey with cancer. extremely delighted at my financial savvy that prompted my daughter to buy a condo in downtown Vancouver, my son to become a condo owner in downtown Toronto, but with a small regret about my physical inability to be with my daughter when she moved to her first house. A sense of relief came when I took part in my son's move to his condo. My most delectable treats, my children's engagement and marriage ceremonies, temporary breaks from the chemo treatment, enabled and facilitated my participation, forgot the physical pain, managed long hours of sitting with extra pain medications, ignored the physical discomfort, bent, squat in the process of fulfilling paternal duties in marriage rituals, greeted, mingled, joked, and dined with guests. The most memorable and sweetest moments of my life as a father. Princess Margaret Hospital for Cancer. My second home, my caretaker, my treat, keeps holding my hand in the challenging, uncertain times of COVID pandemic when my body refused to move, writhed in pain, phone monitoring of pain by palliative care. It's encouraging words to try easy movements, schedule phone calls to gauge my moods by psychiatry, to listen to my stories about ups and downs, the care of my oncologist, trying hard to decide for me the choices between semblance of normal life or chemo effect ridden life, monitored my situation through phone and in person appointments, responded immediately to the progression by radiation and chemo treatments. 3 or 4 hours long chemo treatment becomes bearable. Thanks to the relentless work of nurses with their masks on, my cancer journey ridden with tricks or treats. Cancer, just a part of my life. Life, the greatest gift. Hence, my battle continues, goes on, and on.